Hi everybody, just coming on a couple minutes early so that everybody can log on who is interested in seeing the follow-up to my first live post that I did on Monday. So I'm just going to give it a minute until I see some people logging on. Nobody yet, just waiting. A lot of people know it's at 7 o'clock, so just give it a minute. I know that a lot of people probably have a lot going on Friday. Might need to rethink my follow-up time of Friday. So, I mean, it's just my second time coming on live. So maybe that's something that I will do in the future. If y'all know a better time that I should do my follow-up post, please let me know. Just go ahead and comment on here and I will take that into consideration. So, one of the things that I have to say first, because I got quite a few things and quite a few comments and messages, I have to say I am not a doctor. I am not in the medical profession in any way at all. Everything that I talk about throughout my live posts are things that I am doing so that I can maintain the weight loss that I've been seeing. So what you'll want to do if you see something on here that I've mentioned, or if I go over a recipe or anything like that, and it's something that you feel like you might want to try, please consult your doctor. Ask them if it's the right choice for you. Everybody is different, and what works for me may not work for you. So please make sure that you talk with your doctor before installing any of the different avenues that I've taken into your own path. So I needed to say that first. The next thing I wanted to say is thank you so much. I don't know if any of you realize how much inspiration I got from the comments and the messages that I got, text messages. I mean, it's been a little overwhelming. My first and only post I've ever done other than this one was on Monday, and it got over 4,600 views. And from that, I had people messaging me, telling me about their journey and how what I had to say was an inspiration. And I just want all of you to know that you guys have been an inspiration for me, because hearing those stories, having those questions brought to me has really made me realize that what I'm doing is right for me, and I did make the right decision, and it just brings me back to why I've done this. So I want to thank y'all from the bottom of my heart. Hi Miranda, hi Taylor, hi James, hi Robert. Hi all you guys, thanks so much for joining in. So I just want to thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for commenting, for watching my first live post, and for the messages that I received. It's been really inspiring and motivating for me. So I just want to let y'all know that. One thing that I realized after I did my first live post on Monday, I didn't ever talk to you guys about where I was when I started this whole process, where I'm at now, and where my goal is. So I was sleeved at 34 years old on July 7th of 2016, so last year. My highest weight, I'm 5'10", so I'm pretty tall. My highest weight was 320 pounds. I'm now at 218, and my goal weight is 180. Like I said in my last post, I don't want to be stick thin. I want to have curves still, so I think 180 for me is the perfect goal weight. If I lose more, then that's my body telling me that's where it's happy, so I would be fine with that. Really not trying to though. So again, sleeved at 34 on July 7th of last year. Height is 5'10", highest weight 320, now at 218, goal weight is 180. Also, I was sleeved at the Bariatric Center of Kansas City in Shawnee Mission. Dr. Hohen is who was my surgeon. He was great. Everybody there was really great, really friendly. So if this is something that you are wanting more information about, or you are interested in just looking at who their surgeons are, seeing some of their weight loss journey stories from some of their patients, go to their website, just Google the Bariatric Center of Kansas City, and you will be able to find out a lot of information on them. So I just want to let you all know that too. Okay, so another thing I want to go over before I really talk about some of the questions that I received. There were a lot of comments after I talked about what I drink every morning, which is my triple shot of espresso, mixed with a protein shake that has 30 grams of protein in it. And then I always put a tablespoon of GenoPro in it. So it's 60 grams of protein within this drink that I have in the morning. Now, when I say in the morning, I think people took it literally like I drink my morning drink like everybody else does a coffee. That is not true. I take 2 to 3 hours to drink the drink that I drink in the morning. It ends up being quite a bit when you mix the shake with the triple shot of espresso, and my stomach can only hold so much at a time. So it does take me 2 to 3 hours to get through that morning drink. So when people kept commenting to me that your body only absorbs 27 to 30 grams of protein at a time, that may be true. But over the span of 3 hours, my body has the ability to absorb more than just 30 grams of protein. The other thing is, I don't really buy the hype of your body can only absorb 27 to 30 grams of protein at a time. When you look at bodybuilders, they produce more amino acids and their bodies are able to consume and absorb more protein than the average person. Age has something to do with the absorption of protein in your body. The older you are, the more protein you need in a daily value. So I do not buy the hype that your body can only absorb 27 to 30 grams of protein at a time. I believe that everybody is different. The amount of protein that your body can absorb at a time is completely different than what mine can. And this is what works for me. I have noticed a change in my body since I started doing that drink. Before that drink, I was not losing inches like I am now. I was losing weight, but I was not losing inches like I am now since I started that protein drink. It may have to do with the length of time I've been in my journey. It may have to do with, who knows? It could be, though, that this is working. And so I'm going to continue to believe that this drink that I drink in the morning is working. I'm absorbing more protein through the 2 or 3 hours it takes for me to drink it. I know I am than I would if I just drank that shake. So again, this is what works for me. Talk to your doctor about it. Try it if you want to, but I'm just letting you guys know what works for me, okay? Also, another thing that I wanted to talk about are the questions that I got. I got a lot of questions through a couple different avenues during the past couple days. I'm not going to be able to answer all of them because there were so many. So I just picked a few that I knew I could get through. I'm trying to condense these live posts down, and here in a little bit I'll tell you why that is. But one of the questions that I got is, I cannot drink protein drinks. How can I get my protein in if I cannot drink the protein shakes? So again, one of my biggest things is the GenoPro. That GenoPro, I can put it in buffalo chicken dip, which it has chicken, it's high protein, it has cream cheese, Greek yogurt, and buffalo sauce. So it's not bad for you. It is definitely something that somebody with a bariatric surgery can eat. It is also definitely something that somebody who wants to lose weight can eat. It's not bad for you. So I will add a scoop of that protein, that GenoPro, into my buffalo chicken dip. You can't taste it, and it's great. Adding GenoPro or any unflavored isopro protein, as long as it's unflavored, is going to be great. I choose the GenoPro though because it is a smaller, I don't want to say granule, but it's such a powder. There's no other unflavored protein that I've been able to find that is that finely crushed down to where it mixes perfectly with anything that has a creamy consistency to it. It mixes great with soups. So again, taking that GenoPro, if you're able to eat soups, mix it in soups. If you're able to still eat creamy substances like yogurts or puddings, add it to that, and that will get your protein in without having to do the shake that makes you feel sick. Another thing is, I did go to GNC today. I have a couple of items here that I wanted to talk to you about, so I went and picked them up. This is IsoPure. It is a protein drink. It has 40 grams of protein in it. This would take me an awful long time to get through. So I would absorb the full 40 grams of protein if I were to drink all of this. I had one before my surgery. It was the blue raspberry one. I really didn't like it very much. It had a very strange aftertaste to me. But when I was at GNC, I saw these and I was like, they have so many different flavors, right? I know, Julie, it is gross. The blue raspberry was gross. But I asked the guy who works there, and I don't know, sometimes you just wonder if they're just telling you, oh, this is my favorite because they want you to buy it. Who knows? But he said that this mango peach one was really good. I am going to try it. If I don't like it, it was like $3, whatever. But I hope I do, because I would like another option to shakes as well. I don't really like the GenoPro mixed in water. I've tried it before. It's not bad. It just isn't my water, so I didn't like that. So I'm trying to find an alternative to that. If anybody knows a great alternative drink that has high protein, that is more like this instead of a shake, let me know. I'm willing to try it out. I'll do reviews on it. It'd be great. So I tried that as well. So those are some options for you if you cannot stand the protein shakes. Adding any kind of unflavored protein to a pudding, a Jell-O. If it's a Jell-O, it really needs to be GenoPro though, because it needs to be able to get down to the small molecular level that I don't even know if molecular is the right word. I don't know. But since this is so fine, going in Jell-O, it does work, but I do know people who have tried doing the Jell-O shots with other types of unflavored protein. It didn't work. So I know this works though. So just adding it to pudding, great option. So those are some of the answers that I can give you on if you cannot drink protein shakes, what to do. Hair loss was another question I had. Have I had hair loss? Yes. I have had hair loss. My hair used to be super, super thick. I knew, well, first of all, before I was even knowing that I was going to be having this surgery, I was diagnosed with multiple myeloma. So the only way to go into remission with multiple myeloma is to have a stem cell transplant. If you have multiple myeloma, there are medications, maintenance medications they can put you on, and hopefully your body responds to those perfectly and for a long time. Eventually though, if you are alive long enough and don't pass from some other reason, eventually multiple myeloma will take over your body to the point where you need to have a stem cell transplant. So when I was diagnosed and I read that, I got really scared, and I actually went and like shaved like the underneath of my hair all the way around, because I was like, well, if I have to have a stem cell transplant, I'm going to lose my hair anyway. I want to lose it gradually. Turns out my multiple myeloma is on a level that I haven't even started any kind of maintenance treatment yet. They kind of want to let it ride for a little bit because of my age and the fact that one of the main medications, Revlimid, that they put you on causes other kinds of cancer. So they're going to try to wait as long as they possibly can before putting me on that medication. So that's great. But for a long time there, I thought I was going to lose all of my hair because I was going to go through a stem cell transplant. So the hair loss that I have had, really not that big of a deal to me when I consider looking back on thinking I was going to completely lose all of my hair. So I haven't really had that much of a heartache from it. However, one of the things that I did so that I didn't notice my hair loss as much is once I started seeing myself having hair loss, I went and got extensions. Had the extensions in for about 3 months until I knew I was really at like 5-6 months out. And usually by 5 or 6 months out is when you stop seeing the hair loss. You still have, I can still feel that I don't have as much hair as I used to, but I know that at this point my body is kind of caught up and I'm starting to go through that transition of not hair loss, not too much growth, but it's starting to slowly come back. So that was a way that really helped me. When I took the extensions out, my hair was longer, my actual hair was longer, So that helped me say, oh, well, it may not be as much, but it is still growing. It's still there. So yeah, I got extensions. It helped a lot with the transition of having so much hair to then getting extensions during the time that my hair was falling out, and then taking the extensions out and noticing the length of growth of my real hair. It really helped a lot. So that would be my only suggestion for something like that. Another question that I think is really important to women when thinking about getting a bariatric surgery, and something that I think a lot of women question and may make them not look into it more, is can you still become pregnant and give your embryo the nutrition that it needs? So my answer to that is I know a lot of women where their main motivation to get the surgery done was because they were not going to be able to have kids at the weight that they were at. Polycystic ovarian syndrome. A lot of women who have that gain weight, and they are not able to lose weight without the help of something like the surgery, oftentimes, because their body produces so much testosterone. So because of that, they go and get the surgery, they're able to lose weight, their polycystic ovarian syndrome isn't as bad anymore, and they're able to get pregnant. Now, with that being said, when you do have surgery done, you do need to wait from what my doctor has told me is 1 year to 1.5 years after surgery to then become pregnant. By the time you are that far out, your stomach is not as small as it was when you first had surgery. So you're still able to take in the valued nutrition for you and your baby should you get pregnant at 1 year to 1.5 years out from surgery. And by then you've lost the weight, so it's going to make your pregnancy a lot healthier. You don't have the health issues that you could have if you were overweight when having the child. There's so many complications that can arise from being overweight or obese during a pregnancy. And so a lot of women know that. They don't want those complications for themselves. They don't want those complications for their child. So they do turn to weight loss surgery as a means to be able to have a healthy pregnancy. So you most definitely can have a child, a healthy child, even more healthier than what you would if you were still obese after you have the gastric sleeve surgery. Another question that I got, which actually follows into another thing that I wanted to do today, which is go over products, is do I still allow myself to have sweets? Yes, I do. I would be a raving bitch if I did not have sweets every now and then. The difference is before my surgery, I had sweets multiple times a week. I was out of control. Now, instead of having sweets multiple times a week, I go for healthier options. And again, keep in mind that the things that I'm going to show you, I cannot eat a whole one of these in a sitting. There's just no way that I could do that. So the things that I'm about to show you are some of the things that I have used in place of the more bad alternatives that really have no nutritional value other than sugar and just bad stuff, okay? So I loved cereal before my surgery. I could eat cereal all the time. I don't do that anymore though. Instead, when I'm craving cereal, Quest just came out with these really wonderful things right here. They are cereal protein bars. So these things right here they're gluten-free, okay? They only have 2 net carbs. They have 7 grams of fiber and 12 grams of protein, and they're delicious. Carbs, 17, but there's 7 dietary fiber carbs in here, so you would take that down to 10 grams of carbohydrates, okay? Sugars, 8 grams. You know, it might still be a little high on sugar, but at least you're getting some protein. At least you're getting some fiber. And again, I don't recommend eating a whole one of these. Maybe you eat half to get over that craving or a third to get over that craving, and you save the rest for another day. I mean, it's pretty perfect, okay? They also have waffle flavored cereal protein bars, which is really great. I've tried all of them. This is 3 grams of carbs, 12 grams of protein, 6 grams of fiber. So these are really, really yummy too. Snickers. I know there's probably lots of people out there that love Snickers bars. I love Snickers bars too. They are really, really great. So instead of having a Snickers bar, I buy these. They taste just like a Snickers. Just like a Snickers. It's so good. You'll love it. They have 30 grams of protein in the whole entire bar, 6 grams of sugar, and it's gluten-free as well. This whole huge thing right here has 27 grams of carbs. It has 2 grams of fiber though, so that takes it down to 25. But again, you wouldn't want to eat this whole thing right here. Eat a third, eat a half, get over that Snickers craving, save the rest for next time, okay? Great option, way better, gives you lots of protein. Cookies. Love me some cookies. My husband loves cookies too, so I hate sitting there watching him eat some yummy cookies that I really wish that I could be eating instead of eating some of his yummy cookies. I go and I buy these. There's another brand too. I don't know. It's like Lenny and something. I don't know. But I was looking at those today compared to these, the nutritional values. It has the same amount of protein, 16 grams of protein in the whole cookie. But this has lower carbohydrates and lower sugars than the Lenny's cookies. I can't think of the exact name. I'm sure somebody on here can comment what the name of the cookie brand is. So this is just a better option. I found this at GNC. These you can find at GNC or Walmart. These are at GNC. Hy-Vee might carry them now, but this was at GNC. So I haven't tried the specific brand. But again, don't eat the whole cookie. When you are having a cookie craving, take off a fourth, have that, save the rest for next time. Great option. Way better than a bunch of cookies with a lot more sugar than protein, and this has a lot more protein than sugar, okay? Girl Scout cookie season has been going on. I've been seeing all of your girls' posts, you parents that post for your girls. Love it, really do. I was a Girl Scout, really love it, but it's hard. So I went out and I bought myself a box of these. These right here, to me, taste almost just like a Thin Mint. I mean, it's a little different because it's wafer instead of a Thin Mint, but it's still a really great alternative. These have 13 grams of protein, 10 grams of carb, but the dietary fiber is 1 gram, so it's 9 grams of carb. Again, don't eat the whole thing. Eat half like you've had 2 cookies and you're doing good. At least you're getting some protein in there when you do have a craving, okay? Another great option. Somebody was saying that they have, well, a couple of people actually said chips were something for them that they really crave, they really want more of, they wish they could have them. And so Quest also makes protein chips. These are so great. So you know what I do with these? When I buy these, usually I get these right here. They're the salt and vinegar flavor. So let me just tell you about these protein chips. Each bag has 20 grams of protein in it. Hi, Lisa. Thanks for watching. So each bag has 20 grams of protein. It only has 5 grams of carbs, okay? There's 2 grams of fat. Who can say they've ever seen a bag of chips with just 2 grams of fat on it? I mean, it's ridiculous. These are great. These are such a great option for you if you are having a chip craving, and they have them in salt and vinegar, sour cream and onion, cheddar and sour cream, barbecue. I mean, these are great alternatives if you are having a chip craving. And then, because I can only eat about a third of a bag at a time, I still want to get that protein in when I'm having some. So maybe I'll get some ranch dip made with Greek yogurt. You throw the little bag in there, you mix it all up, Greek yogurt, protein in it. Mix a little GenoPro in there too, and you're getting even more protein. It's all about getting as much protein in as you possibly can every time that you eat. So even when you're having a cheat meal of some cookies, you can still find options out there that you will be able to feel like you're having that cookie and it'll subside that want or that craving. It'll subside that craving, but it's such a better option for you than actually cheating by having a cookie. So these are just a little bit, a few of the things that I have tried that work for me. Again, I'm not a medical professional. I'm not a doctor. Check with your doctor and see if these would be great alternatives for you. Some of you who have gone through the surgery have probably already heard about these things, but I just want to let everybody know, because just because you've gone through the surgery doesn't mean, or just because you're not going to go through the surgery or you're never going to have the surgery, doesn't mean that these aren't great alternatives for you to put into your diet if you are wanting to lose weight, if you're wanting to get healthier. These are great alternatives for anybody. So again, protein chips, they sell these at GNC and Hy-Vee, okay? So the other thing that I did today is I bought 2 new products I've never tried before, but I'm going to try them, and I have a way that I'm going to start letting you guys know how I felt about them. The first one is this Ostrim snack stick. It's turkey flavored. I don't know. I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it out, see how I like it. It's got 14 grams of protein in the whole thing, 6 grams of carbs. The only thing that kind of scares me a little bit about it is the sodium. Kind of scares me. It's got 300 or 600 milligrams of sodium, but I drink water all day long. So hopefully the sodium won't hurt me too much. But I'm going to try it. I'll let y'all know how I like it. The other thing that I found that I was like, what is that? I was so intrigued by this thing. This thing right here says it has 45 grams of protein in it, okay? So I'm going to try this. It's fruit punch flavored. I got it at GNC. It has 0 sugars, 2 carbs, 42 grams of protein in this thing right here. I'm going to try it by itself. I'm a little scared. I don't really like 5-hour energies. I think they're gross. I'm worried because of the packaging that it's going to be a lot like that. So I'm going to try it plain, see how I like it. If I don't like it, then maybe I'll mix a little bit of it in with my water and my, I use water and Crystal Light. Maybe that will be good and it'll be a great and way better tasting alternative than these. We'll see. I'll let you guys know how I like it, okay? So, that pretty much covers all of the products that I've purchased today to kind of show you guys about them. I do want to let you know that I have started a YouTube channel. Tomorrow, I'm going to be showing you guys, along with my mother, she's going to help me, how to make a 0, that's right, 0, big fat 0 carb bread. There's 2 different ways to make it. There's great alternatives to the taste. And so on my YouTube channel, I am going to go live on there and teach you guys how to make this bread. And I'm really excited about it. Bread was another huge thing that people talked about that they had missed so much since surgery. And I have missed it too. Bread does not sit well with me at all. So I'm going to try this bread and see if maybe it sits with me better. I've never tried it before. The recipe's not hard though, so I'm really excited about it. A lot of people have talked about cloud bread. It's not cloud bread. I got a brand new recipe, so I'm really excited to cook that for you, bake that for you guys tomorrow and show you how to do it. So yeah, the YouTube channel though, I'm going to be posting at least once a week on there, reviewing the different products that I purchase. Every week I'm going to get at least one new alternative to junk food that has more nutritional value than the junk food item. So, you know, I'll be reviewing those products on my YouTube channel. I'm also going to be posting those videos on how to make bariatric friendly foods, or if you are not a bariatric patient, something that you could still make, which would be a great alternative to maybe another thing that you make. So I'm going to be doing that as well. And what I will do with that is on Facebook a couple days before, I am going to post the different products that you would need to buy, okay? So you go out and purchase those products or find them in your home, and then that way you'll have all the products together, so when you go to my YouTube channel, you can cook with me. I think it's a great idea. How fun to cook with each other through the comforts of your own home and the comforts of, well, my mom's house is where I'm going to be doing it because she has a much prettier kitchen than I do. So I thought that would be a really great thing for us all to do. So I will be going live on YouTube tomorrow. My YouTube, all you have to do, all you got to do, go to YouTube, search April, my name is April, search April Herbal, Herbel, the name's right up there. Just search for that and you'll be able to find my YouTube channel really easily. You'll subscribe to it, ask to get notifications when I'm on there so that you can be cooking live with me. And of course, I'll always post to Facebook and Instagram that I am getting ready to go live so that you guys have a heads up and know that that's happening. So most importantly though, only through my YouTube channel am I going to teach you exactly how and where I learned all of this information about all these different products that are great alternatives. I mean, this is 11 years now of research and information that I have that I'm going to be able to put at your fingertips all the time. So again, great alternatives to craving foods, recipes will be on there, questions will be answered. I mean, it's going to be a really great thing, especially for bariatric patients to have. And I'll teach you guys every place that I went to find all the information that I have, everything like that. I think that this is a great way for me to, you know, just kind of follow my own journey, stay motivated, stay inspired, but maybe even help some of you guys too. So I'm working on some other things as well. So subscribe to that YouTube channel. Again, it's April Herbel, Herbel. That's all you've got to search for. And then subscribe to the YouTube channel, set it up to where you receive notifications from my YouTube channel so that you'll know that I'm on. The other thing, again, I was so overwhelmed by all of the comments, all of the messages. How many people watched my last post, my first post? 4,600 people plus. That's crazy to me. It's just crazy. So I love it. I love the comments. I don't think there was one person that asked a question in the comments that I didn't reply to. There wasn't one personal message that I received in my message box on Facebook that I didn't respond to. I respond to you guys always. I may not respond to you right now live on here because I'm talking. I got so much to say in a little time. But if you leave me a comment, you leave me a message, I respond to them because I am so thankful that you are deciding to or looking into or have made this change in your life. And by sending those things to me, you're keeping me inspired and reminding me why I'm doing this and reminding me that I'm doing this for my health too. So I really appreciate it. And again, if you've got any questions, let me know. I am an open book. So thank you so much for watching. And if you just now tuned in, go watch it again. I'm reposting it. Watch it again. Thanks so much, guys. Have a good night.